Good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. Welcome in, my beautiful divine feminines, my divine masculines, my beautiful star seeds, my soul tribe. Welcome in to everybody who feels guided to come in and watch this video. I'm feeling very, very connected to ancestors lately. On New Year's Eve, I chose to not go out, not party, I don't party anyways, but I chose to not be out in distractions, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not saying if you chose to do that, you did something wrong. For my journey, I felt called to stay alone, to go into ceremony. So I did my own little ceremony on New Year's Eve. And it was beautiful. And the intention for that ceremony was, I have been so dragged down lately by negative self-talk, not feeling worthy, feeling angry at my circumstances. So many negative things have been dragging me down, and I just was so tired of it. So I wanted to go into this ceremony with the intention of seeing myself, with the intention of truly seeing myself. Not the masks I wear, not what people want me to be, not what I think the world expects of me, but who I am, who the essence of me truly, truly is. And I journaled the whole experience. And I went into some very deep meditation, and I did some very deep channeling work. And I channeled ancestors, and I reread everything this morning, and it was beautiful. It was so, so beautiful. But what I did want to share, I'm not going to obviously read the whole thing. I just wanted to share a poem that I channeled, that I wrote. And this was me sort of stepping back, and truly ancestors were letting me see myself from the observer view. And then this came out of me. So I'm going to share the poem that I channeled and that I wrote for myself. And I called it She Who Embodies Light. And maybe you'll resonate with this. I don't know why, but I feel like I should share this. A shining star rises from within her, so bright you have to squint to see. She's quiet but fierce. Her heart loves like no other. She has the cutest laugh. The vibration is healing. You can sense her wounds, but she's healing so they don't show. She's braver than anyone I know. She can overcome just about anything you throw her way. She's funny and considerate. She's beautiful inside and out. She can't see for shit sometimes, but she sees you. She's clumsy and hates making mistakes. She can be really hard on herself, but she doesn't give up. She is a warrior with grace. She has humility and can admit when she's wrong. She will choose herself now over anything else, including her kids, whom she freaking adores, but she must always choose herself no matter what. She is the light. She is the lighthouse for others, guiding them home. She who embodies the light. I feel very emotional reading that again. But I needed that. I needed to see myself in this way. I needed to step back and look at myself, because I was just being so friggin' mean to myself in the last couple of weeks. Like, it's really scary how quickly we can be pulled back into, and I believe it's the collective consciousness, because I'm tapping in and doing readings now, and I'm tapping more into the collective consciousness. It's really heavy. It's really negative. And sometimes I get sucked into it and I can't fight it. And I get sucked into the negativity and the darkness of it. And I need to sort of step back a little bit to pull myself out of it. And I do feel like that's what's been happening with me lately, is that I have just been so tapped into the collective fear, the collective lack, scarcity, not feeling worthy, afraid of moving forward, just all these really lower vibrational feelings that I've been sucked into. But after this experience on New Year's Eve, I feel like I'm back into my power. I really do feel that way. I don't know, and maybe one day I'll share the rest of it with you, but for now, that was the piece that I wanted to share. So ancestors have asked me to use 3 decks this morning. I'm going to be using the Healing Spirit Oracle, my Native Oracle, and the Secrets of the Ancestors deck. Excuse me. So I'm going to start with the Native Oracle, and let's see what comes out. Beautiful, beautiful ancestors, I connect with you now. Please show me why you've guided me to these decks. What is my collective viewer need to know today? What is the message that you have? Thank you. Wow, this necklace thing came out again. There's got to be something to this. I'm going to see if there's anything else. Thank you. Okay, so 2 cards have come out. This wampum or wampum, I don't know which one is right because it's written 2 ways in the book. But this was, if I'm not mistaken, $25. The necklace and the wampum alliance. The circle is the symbol of life and is the shape of both the necklace and belt of protection. To enter the circle means, oh shit, I just lost the page. To enter the circle means to be born. To leave it means to die. Deprived of the vital energy that ensures the continuation of life. It is also the symbol of time because the cycles of the sun and moon are heavenly circles. The necklace and the belt usually have general magic woven into them as well as protective properties. Different materials such as turquoise, crystal, obsidian, coral, and shells provided more specific properties. In addition, different colored beads were woven in patterns to create symbols and add further meaning to these ritual items. The message: life is a circle and all are connected. View your enemy as a potential ally and learn to see his flaws as skills. The key words are alliance, protection, support, and advice from influential people. And oh my God, it's Friday today and the time is Friday. Wow, that's weird. The next card out was Woodpecker, opportunity. Woodpecker taps to find nourishing tidbits. As he sounds out his environment looking for treasures, he reminds us that opportunities are everywhere, even where there seems to be no hope, such as in dead trees. Woodpecker is steadfast in his determination. He is also loud from the taps that echo through an otherwise quiet wood to his loud and distinct... Woodpecker is steadfast in his determination. He is also loud from the taps that echo through an otherwise quiet wood to his loud and distinction call. That doesn't even make sense. I think this was a mistype. And distinct call, I think, is what it's supposed to say. With Woodpecker, Spirit is speaking loudly to you, and you are encouraged to listen. Solutions to some of your most challenging problems are available if you listen. The crystal emphasizes clarity and focus. The message: don't give up after initial failure. Listen for guidance, stay focused, and maintain your determination. The key words: opportunity, perseverance, certainty, truth, failures that are really lessons, trying many times, finding treasures in unlikely places. The time is July, the month of the long days. So Woodpecker, opportunity. I'm going to keep pulling to kind of get more information. What I'm sort of picking up on already from this is somebody out there is afraid to keep going after something they want. I think they've tried different things and they keep hitting roadblocks, but Spirit and ancestors are coming through right now to say, don't give up, that you have to keep going. You have to keep trying. Don't let the failures of the past dictate your future, is what I just heard. That there is going to be opportunities presenting themselves to you. But if you stay in the fear, if you stay in the failure of the past, you're not going to see those opportunities. So you're being asked right now to just let go of what didn't work in the past. Release that. Release that and trust that new opportunities are going to be presented to you by the ancestors. They are going to come through and give you some type of an opportunity. It's your purpose, I feel. And that's what I sort of felt before this reading, is that the ancestors are really calling us into our purpose this year. And they want you to know, and I feel like this necklace came out again to remind you that you're protected, to remind you that you're safe, that you don't need to be afraid, that you can step forward into whatever this purpose is for you and trust. You can trust this, and they want you to trust this. They want you to step forward because there is a really beautiful opportunity being brought your way, but they're so afraid you're going to miss it because you're going to stay in the fear. You're going to stay in the self-doubt. They don't want you to stay in that place anymore. Spirit, ancestors, can you show me, why did you guide me to the Healing Spirits Oracle? Show me why you guided me to this deck. What does my collective need to know from this deck? Please, ancestors, show me through the cards. Why did you guide me to this deck? I don't know if that card needs to come out, but I'm going to take it anyways. Okay. So the cards that came out are always in motion. Happiness is freedom from fear. I love this deck. These are such beautiful, beautiful cards. The imagery on them is stunning. I'm going to read from the book for these cards because I don't know them fully well. And I don't know. I like, oh, wow. And I opened it right to the page. So always in motion. The universe is always in motion. Though it may appear static to us, this is also the way of the true spiritual worker, who may appear to be still in their meditation, but their spirit body is always keeping pace with the higher vibrations of the universe. You and your spirit guide are becoming one mind now, always working with purpose of healing and bringing balance. Remember, the true spiritual worker offers to serve, and the spiritual work never stops. And then happiness is freedom from fear. I am happy because I know that I am guided by a spirit who has watched over me all my life. I am happy because I know that as a spirit, I can never die. I am happy because I know that love is growing in my life and I have overcome all my fears. I was able to do this because I asked my spirit guide to teach me to be like them. Spirit guides can only work with what they are given. And you are a worthy student who has risen to every task you have been presented with. When you meet your challenges with dignity and honor, you grow spiritually. Every moment is now a blessing. Yeah, I feel like this is just a confirmation for you that you're being asked to connect with your spirits, to connect with your soul, to connect with your guides, because you have ancestors that are guiding you. And whether you're moving or not, I feel like this card is coming forth to say the energy is always moving around us. Things are always happening around us, but sometimes it's us who get stuck. And I feel like this card is a reminder that this is temporary. This place you're in, this fear, this is temporary. And happiness is freedom from fear. Your guides want you to be happy. They want you to be happy. And you know what? I am going to take this card. The first step is taken. You have asked for help. Maybe these past couple of days you finally surrendered. Maybe you finally dropped to your knees and started praying to whatever God you believe, to ancestors, to say, I need help. I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired of being in my pain. I'm so tired of being in my failures. I want to be free of this. This card feels free. Look at the person in this card, and the light above it is spirit. So happy that you finally asked for the help, because now ancestors can step in and help you. They're going to help you. They want to help you break free from the fear that you're in. They want to help you choose happiness. Wow. These are really beautiful messages. It's time. It's time to step into purpose. It's time to step into being more aware of spirit. I think so many people just get caught up in just living their lives, not being connected to anything spiritually, just caught up in the day-to-day life, you know, but there's no connection to soul. There's no connection to others. There's no connection to spirit. And maybe this is you. Maybe somewhere along the way you got caught up in this and you've just been like living your life on autopilot, but you're feeling, as the world shifts, as the energy of the earth shifts, you're feeling something's wrong. This is wrong. That you don't want to just move through life on autopilot anymore. You want to feel something. You want to feel connected to something. And you're feeling this calling. Your spirit guides and your ancestors are pushing you in that direction. They're pushing you out of the 3D materialistic world you've been living in, where there's so much fear and chaos and buy. Buying makes you happy. That's wrong. That's wrong. Buying doesn't make you happy. Happiness comes from connecting within, from connecting with your soul, from connecting with your spirit guides. Look at this. This is the happiness. This is happiness. Connection. Connecting with yourself, connecting with spirit, connecting with the ancestors. That's where happiness comes from. Not buying, not purchasing things, not getting that title, not buying that car, not getting that bigger house. That's all false happiness. The true happiness is when you connect with yourself, when you go within. What beautiful, beautiful messages. Okay, I'm gonna close this up with the Secrets of the Ancestor Oracle. Spirit, can you please show me, why did you guide me to this deck? What does my collective need to know from this deck? Why did you guide me to this deck, Spirit? Please show me. Okay, lots of cards falling down. Okay, let me see if I'm going to take all of these. Okay. So the cards that have come out are the Patriarch, Unapologetic, Boo Boo the Fool, Possibilities and Potential, the Loner, Isolation and Introspection, Root of Air, Explore, Father of Fire, Passion Ignited. Wow, okay, I'm picking up on this. The Shadow, Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, okay. So I feel like these cards are telling a story. The Patriarch, Unapologetic, is saying, like, don't apologize for who you are, for being yourself. You don't have to please others anymore. You don't have to please others. This is a card I'm picking up, and I don't know what I can't remember the actual meaning of this, but this is like leader type energy. Be the leader that you're being called to be. Lead the way, set the example, be authentic to who you are. And I feel like you're being called to that authenticity. You know it, you feel it, but you've been so conditioned to please others for such a long time and wear these masks that you're afraid. You're afraid to step into this leader, authentic energy that's you. You're afraid to step into your power. So the possibilities and the potential card, this is what you're being called. This is the Fool card. You know, the Fool in the traditional tarot is taking that leap. And I feel like you're being asked to just be the fool. I think you're so afraid to look like a fool, perhaps, but you're being called to just be the fool. Look like the fool. Who cares what others think? because there is so many possibilities waiting for you and potential waiting for you if you would just stop caring so much about what others think of you and start living authentically. And isolation and introspection, this card is urging you to be alone, go within. Take the time you need away from others, because I feel like others are rubbing off on you. There's people around you that are not healthy, they're not good, and they're rubbing off on you. And you need to go within, and you need to isolate away from these people, these things, and go within and find your inner power. And this is exploring the possibilities and the potentials. This card is asking you to think of the things that light you up. Think of the things, oh my God, and then passion ignited. These two cards are going hand in hand. They're asking you to find the things that light you up, to find the things that bring passion into your heart, and go after those things. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. And don't be afraid to look at yourself honestly. Facing the shadow, yes, it can be challenging. It can. And maybe that's the stage you're in right now, is you're so afraid to look at your shadow self right now. But there's healing that comes from that. And you can look at the shadow self without judging, without getting all caught up in the emotions of it. You can just honestly look at it, recognize that these are the things that have been holding you back, and change it. Change it. You don't have to keep living in the shadow self anymore. The shadow has not been serving you. It has not. Maybe you thought it kept you safe up until this point, but it's not serving you anymore. Ancestors in spirit are they're really wanting you to heal. They're really wanting you to go after your passions, to go after your purpose, your calling. But it takes hard work. It takes facing the shadow. It takes looking at yourself with honesty, going within and being alone, which a lot of people can't do. They can't. They have to be surrounded by others. They have to be loved by others. They need all this validation and all this attention, because that makes them feel good. That makes them feel powerful, but it's fake. It's false. The real power comes from within. The real power comes from going within in isolation and introspection and facing yourself, facing the shadows within yourself and changing and healing them, recognizing that they haven't been helping you, they've been hurting you. But it's time. Ancestors are here to say opportunities are coming. They're going to be knocking at your door like the woodpecker. And they want you to take hold of these opportunities and see yourself. See yourself like I saw myself on New Year's Eve. But that takes aloneness to do that. You can't do that when you're surrounded by noise and people. You can only do that when you take time alone to go within, to sit with yourself and say, show me the honesty. Show me, ancestors. Show me the honesty of who I am and what is holding me back, and then just sit and wait for the answers. And they might not come in that exact moment, and the ancestors want you to know you're not doing anything wrong if they don't. They will come. You might be driving and that answer pops through. You might be in the shower and that message pops through. Be patient. Don't expect it to just happen overnight. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the ancestors. You've been in such a lower vibrational place for a while. They just told me it's going to take time for you to raise yourself enough that you can hear them, that you can connect with them. But they want you to do this. They want you to take time every day by yourself to connect with them and hear the opportunities and see the opportunities that are coming. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for all the beautiful comments that I recently got. It makes me so happy when somebody new comes across my page and they connect with my readings. I think I'm gonna keep going with the ancestor readings because that's who I'm feeling so connected to lately. Yeah, I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah.